From the National Association of Appraisers, we welcome you to NAA's The Appraiser's Minute, which will last longer than 60 seconds. I'm Tim Andersen, your host. Today, we're coming to you from the ultra-modern Arborview studios of KMHS. Today, we're going to talk about the proposed changes to the residential de minimis and its effect on us, the boots in the living room appraiser. We'll discuss if the other GSEs will do away with the need for the 1004 MC form. We'll talk about the future of artificial intelligence in the real estate appraisal industry, and we'll also see who our featured appraiser is and look at the appraiser's tip of the week to keep your appraiser's edge sharp. U.S. lending authorities propose to increase the residential de minimis to $400,000 from $250,000. You can see the NAA's website and get a link, and you can see the whole document. This means that some real estate mortgages of less than $400,000 will not need an appraisal. Chances are lenders will get an evaluation instead. Evaluations are less burdensome from a regulatory standpoint than our appraisals, so they're more popular with lenders. That's why they're going to go that route. It's also likely many lenders will do evaluations in-house to avoid even the expense of an evaluation. So, why the proposed change? Regulators are concerned about the time and cost associated with real estate appraisals. This has been especially troublesome to lenders in rural areas where there are fewer appraisals. Note, this proposal is not a done deal. In fact, those who want to comment either way on it can do so until February of 2019. How does this affect us as appraisers? Immediately, there'll be no impact. Lenders will want to see if that increase will affect delinquency rates. Lenders will want to see if evaluations serve them as well as appraisals. Lenders will want to see what their borrowers say about evaluations versus appraisals. Some borrowers will want the surety of an appraisal. Others won't. Lenders also assert saving the appraisal fee will save the borrower money. This is true, but with a $300,000 loan, saving $500 on an appraisal fee is about 0.17%. So that claim is both questionable as well as self-serving. Lenders have claimed there's a shortage of appraisals in rural or underpopulated areas. It's true, the absolute number of appraisers has decreased over time, so there are fewer appraisers. Nevertheless, no lender has proven there's a shortage of appraisers. However, a decrease in the number of appraisers and a shortage of appraisers is not the same thing. This so-called shortage may be the lenders asking its governing authorities to grant appraisal waivers and exemptions. But again, the decrease of appraisers and a shortage of appraisers are not the same thing. This request on the part of lenders appears to be very self-serving. So, what has NAA done for you about this? In a letter to the National Credit Union Administration, which you can see on NAA's website, the NAA, along with 16 other appraisal societies, strongly oppose the de minimis increase. The letter made it clear that the proposed increase was to benefit the lending industry, but would provide no particular benefit to the borrowing public. This letter made it clear an appraisal, not an evaluation, gave the public a sense that they were not paying too much for the house nor taking out a mortgage too big to repay. The comment period ends in February 2019. NAA urges all of its members, as well as all appraisers, to let the lending authorities know how they feel about this proposed increase. Clearly, NAA opposes it. Now on to the 1004 MC form. Most of the GSEs have dropped the requirement, appraisers included in the report. The VA has dropped it too. Most appraisers agree this form had a poor design, was difficult to understand, and was way too open to interpretation. The appraiser must still provide an analysis and interpretation of the same market data, however, just not on that form. And those data and their analyses still need to be in the work file. This shows compliance with USPAP and that the appraiser did the necessary analyses to form a credible value opinion. Some individual lenders, though, still want the 1004-MC form in the report. If the appraiser accepts the assignment with this condition, then, ethically, the appraiser must provide the form as part of the report. So, the key here is to ask the client if it wants the 1004-MC form or merely the analyses behind it. Now, let's take a look at real estate appraisal and artificial intelligence, aka big data. One question we've all asked is, will lenders use AI and or big data to appraise a house? So, will AI and or big data take our jobs? That's hard to answer. Big data is great at analyzing mountains of data accurately, something appraisers cannot do for lack of time and computing power. Big data's analyses of the data are fast. They're far faster than an appraiser could analyze them, and they're always mathematically correct. Big data's analyses of the data are utterly objective, since it measures all of the available data, not merely the data the appraisers into it. Big data's analyses of the data are utterly objective. It measures all of the available data, not merely the data the appraiser enters into it. So there's no bias, no bad hair days, no sick kids to pick up from school, no paid vacations, no health insurance, no mental health days. But do analyses that cold and objective measure a house's value or merely its most probable sales price? Measuring price is not difficult, but taking a comparable sales price and converting it into a credible opinion of market value takes the trained, experienced mind and brave heart of an appraiser. So, will artificial intelligence and big data take our jobs? Frankly, to some extent, they already have. They have taken the mundane, repetitive, calculative, and storage and retrieval parts. But they cannot think. They cannot feel. They'll never take the parts that require us to think, that require us to feel. We can draw subtle distinctions. The machines can't. They'll never be able to synthesize an opinion of value. That's something only a mind and heart can do. So, will artificial intelligence and big data take our jobs? In the main, no, but we must educate ourselves to scalpel sharpness. So in the areas artificial intelligence and big data can't replace, we appraisers are the recognized experts. This episode's Appraiser of the Week is Tommy Nabholz of Nabholz Appraisal Services in Conway, Arkansas. Tommy has his residential certification and completes appraisals for numerous clients, not merely lenders. He's an avid sportsman and enjoys both hunting and fly fishing. If Tommy's not at the office, he's with family and friends. The NAA is proud to have Tommy Nabholz as a member. NAA's tip of the week is explain why. We appraisers are very good at explaining what we did and generally okay at how we did it. But sometimes we fall down on explaining in the report why we did it. Remember artificial intelligence and big data? They can't explain why. We can. It's our ability to explain why we did something that sets us apart from an algorithm. Explaining why takes a little more time and a little more writing. But we want reviewers and state appraisal board investigators to know the reasoning behind what we did, the why behind what we did. When we explain to them in the report why we did or did not do something, they may not agree with us, but they'll have trouble questioning it. So, that's it for today. The National Association of Appraisers thanks you for being with us. Please join NAA and hundreds of its members in Salt Lake City this April 10th, 11th, and 12th for the second annual Appraisers Conference and Trade Show. We'll be at the Salt Lake City Marriott University Park Hotel. You'll get 14 hours of CE, you'll meet new friends, renew old acquaintances, and you'll hear from such subject matter experts as Jim Baumberger, Craig Morley, Wayne Pugh, John Brennan, and others. If you'll go to the NAA's website now, you can register. Again, thanks for being with us on NAA's Appraiser's Minute, which, yes, lasted more than 60 seconds. I'm Tim Andersen, your host, and I look forward to the next time we meet. Be safe and well.